Hello YouTube, my name is Lucy at Healthful Living and I competed in my first bikini competition a month ago. I went from looking like this to this in a span of about 12 weeks, and although I didn't actually get as lean as I hoped I would, I didn't want to push myself any further because I actually lost my period. I will be talking about that in the next video, so stay tuned, but this is how my competition day went. Hello, good morning. So currently it is about 7 a.m. Though I set my alarm for 8 and woke up at 6. And here I am trying on my competition suit, getting ready for the day because today's a big day. I don't know why I'm vlogging, but I guess it's because I'm excited. I look a lot more tan in real life than I do in this video, and you'll probably see when I flip it. So this is what I look like with the tan. I'm gonna get another layer on today and then oil before I step on stage. But yeah, I look not exactly ready for this show, but I've come so far and I've put in a lot of work and that's what matters to me. So I just put in my contact and I'm about to do my makeup. Yeah, let's get started.
Oh my gosh, you look so good!
Thank you very much. And number 62, forward slide.
So why did I start competing for this competition? I decided that I was happy with the way I was, but I was starting to wonder if I were actually gaining too much body fat to the point where it might not do me any good health-wise. Don't get me wrong, when I was 140 something pounds, I was strong. I could do 20 body weight dips and I could work out for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, and be relatively fine. Of course, I do think that I pushed myself a little too hard, but that was because I genuinely enjoyed working out. I felt that because I was in a happy place with my body, after many years of severe body dysmorphia, eating disorders, I felt like, hey, maybe this is the time for me to actually worry about aesthetics for once, since I forgot about it for a long time to help my mental health. I felt that competing would actually be a huge challenge for me, and I wanted to challenge myself in the realm of fitness because I'm always trying to learn new things. And I figure what better way to do this than to try and do this without a coach and learn from my own mistakes. And last but not least, my other reason was actually from insecurities. Despite the fact that I was actually okay with the way I looked to myself, I did wonder if people who saw me at my workplace would wonder if I was eligible or if I were actually good at what I was doing because of my body weight. It's hard to imagine that people in today's society would look at a personal trainer and not judge them based on how they look. Because a lot of people say, if the trainer doesn't look that part, why should I believe that person? If you can't walk the walk, you can't talk the talk, basically. So I figured yeah, maybe I should lose some weight. And I wanted to try proving myself that I was actually, I guess, credible. I don't know. My head was a little messed up. I denied it. I denied it to social media. I denied it to myself. I lied to myself and thought that I was doing this purely because I wanted to challenge myself, but part of me definitely did want to do this to prove myself of something, of some worth, which thinking back on it was dumb because I obviously couldn't get shredded enough for the competition. But all in all, I think that competing was a positive experience. And right after the competition, I did treat myself for a whole month, technically, but right after the competition, I treated myself with 4 different types of desserts with my good old friend. So that was a lot of fun. So for this competition, I actually lost at least 25 pounds in 12 weeks, as I mentioned earlier. And 4 of those pounds were pure muscle. Yeah, I lost 4 pounds of muscle. And if anyone knows, that is hard to build. So that's a little sad. But this is how I lost that weight. I first started out with some, I guess, relatively normal calorie restrictions in the dieting standard, which personally, looking back on it, I feel like I should have tried to eat more calories and burn a little more by doing a little more cardio. But me being lazy and me being an exercise physiology major and knowing that doing lots of cardio leads to metabolic adaptation and more efficient cardiovascular ability, which leads to a lower metabolism, I was like, I'll just lower my metabolism by eating less. No big deal. And that's exactly what I did. And eventually, as I kept reaching plateaus, I kept reducing calories, reducing calories, reducing calories to the point where I actually wasn't eating enough. Yeah, I was eating like 1100 calories a day every once in a while, especially towards the end of the prep. And when you are a weight loss specialist by NASM's standards, it's kind of sad that you get desperate and you try to look for magical ways. It's funny how human psychology leads you to do stupid things despite being educated against it. So I ended up actually fasting for 3 days. 3 days of no food and just water towards the end of prep. And this was actually because I kind of punished myself, which is kind of reminiscent of my previously, I guess, toxic relationship with food. And yeah, so essentially I would starve myself for 3 days after a huge binge because I'm so ravenously hungry from this 12-week cut and losing 25 pounds of body weight. So yeah, that's how I lost my weight. It wasn't healthy. And I think I also lost a lot of weight towards the end, not because of water manipulation necessarily, but I did lose water weight because I adopted the keto diet for a whole month because I kept bloating. So even today, it's actually gotten worse after getting off keto. But even if I eat a little bit, even if I eat asparagus, which is supposed to be anti-inflammatory, I bloat. I don't know why. I think I have IBS and I need to get that checked, but I still haven't gotten that checked. So yeah. So don't be like me. If you are smart, do the smart thing. Don't be like me. But yeah, that's pretty much how I lost that weight. It got me there, but I rebounded and I am, after a month, 15 pounds heavier. So out of the 25 pounds I lost, I gained back 15 pounds, which honestly I feel like was very necessary, and I'm not gaining any more weight even despite eating as much as I want and not counting any more calories. So catch me on the next video where I talk about where I am a month later and how I'm doing health-wise.
Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, thank you.